Hey guys, Mara here. So today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on this look. This is a grungy purple smoky eye. I wanted to do something a little bit darker and get out of my comfort zone a little bit when it comes to the makeup world. The cool thing about this video is that it is the under $10 challenge. Tati actually started this in that she took a whole bunch of products that were under $10 and she created a makeup look with them. So I decided to give it a shot for myself. So everything in this video is under $10. It's definitely affordable. Everything for the most part is from the drugstore. There's a few things you may have to order online, but I also used affordable brushes and beauty tools in this video. I did not show my brow product on camera, but I will tell you about it. It's the NYX Microbrow pencil. This goes for $9.99 at Ulta, but they always run like buy one get one half, so you can always get it for under $10. I will have all the prices and items listed on the screen for you guys as the video progresses through. I also will have everything listed down below. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you want to see how to get this purple grungy fall type of makeup look, then please keep watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. It is the best thing in the world for me to get new subscribers. I love it so much. And let's just jump right into this makeup look. Okay guys, to start off the look, I'm going to prime my eyelids using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Black Bean. And then I'm going to take my e.l.f., I think it's like their crease brush or their blending brush, looks like this, and I'm going to buff that out. Okay, and then I'm going to take this little e.l.f. baked shadow. This is in the shade Lavender Love. I just picked this up at Walmart. And I'm going to go into the medium shade, and I'm going to take this double-ended Eco Tools brush. I'm going to use the blend side, this side right here. And I'm going to dip into this medium shade. I'm going to use my e.l.f. Mist and Set Spray. This is a good dupe for MAC Fix Plus. And I'm going to wet my brush and then dip back into that medium shade. And then I'm going to run this right into my crease. And then I'm going to take this Real Techniques Bold Metals Collection brush, and I'm gonna again mist it, and then I'm gonna dip into the lightest shade, this one right here, and I'm gonna apply this right above the shade I just put down, kind of right above the crease. And then on a Morphe E32, it's this brush right here, I'm again going to wet the brush. And I'm going to dip into the darkest shade, it's this shade right here. And I'm going to really pack this shadow onto the lid. Now everything doesn't look very blended, so I'm just going to take this fluffy blending brush. I got this in my Ipsy bag, and I'm just going to buff these edges out a little bit. After I've buffed the edges out, I'm going to dip back into that middle shade with the double-ended Eco Tools brush, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of this more purple shade into the crease. Then I'm going to take this little Wet n Wild trio right here. This is the New Romantics. I believe this was from their spring collection. And I'm going to take on this little smudger brush by Real Techniques. I'm going to take the eyelid shade, and I'm just going to apply this to my brow bone. Okay, so moving on to the rest of my face. I'm gonna be using, like the video suggests, everything under $10 as I did with my eyes. So to prime my face, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio Primer. This isn't my favorite primer from the drugstore, but it is one of the only ones I had that was under $10. And I'm just going to apply a little bit to my fingers and then apply it to my face. This is the shade Illuminate. For foundation, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. foundation stick. Mine's in the shade Ivory. And I'm just going to apply that to my face. And then I'm going to use my, let me find it here, Real Techniques buffing brush to buff that into the skin. Once that is blended in, I'm going to be color correcting my under eye circles with the NYX Hydratouch Brightener pencil. This is in the shade 1 Radiance. It's this nice pink shade. And I'm just going to apply this right under my eyes where I get the worst dark circles. And then I'm going to be applying my Maybelline New York FitMe concealer, one of my favorite concealers, and this is in the shade 15 Fair. I think this retails for like $5.99, but you can always get it on sale too. I'm going to be using the Morphe E20 to blend out my concealer. I'm also going to try to clean up a little bit on the edges of my eye makeup as well. And then once I have that concealer down, I'm going to set it, and I'm going to be using my Morphe E12, it's this brush right here, and I'm gonna use my NYX HD Banana Powder. It's their HD finishing powder in the shade Banana. After I have my concealer set, I'm going to go ahead and contour and bronze up the skin just a little bit, and I'm going to use my Wet n Wild MegaGlo contouring palette in the shade Dulce de Leche. This is an awesome deal. This is one, oh, my nose was itchy. This is an awesome deal. This is only $4.99 and you get 2 great products. I love to use this shade to set my under eye, and then this is like a perfect neutrally toned contour color, almost cool tone. There's another one in this line, there's another contouring palette, but it's a little bit too warm, but if warm colors suit you better, then that one will be awesome as well. And to contour, I am going to be using my Real Techniques sculpting brush. My dog got a hold of it. I need to get a new one. But I'm going to just kind of contour and bronze up the skin just a little bit. If you're scared of my contour, I like to put it down sometimes and then blend it out. It just seems to work a little bit better that way for me, at least recently. I don't really know why, but I'm going to take my Eco Tools blending and bronzing brush, and I'm just going to buff out what I applied in the hollows of my cheeks. So that's just been working really well for me. I think it gives just a little bit more of a natural contour to the face whenever I buff it out with a different brush. Then for blush, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild ColorIcon Apricot in the Middle blush. You know this is one of my absolute favorites. This is only like $2.99 or $3.99, and they are an amazing formula. They last on the skin, and they give like the most radiant glow to the cheeks whenever you wear them. I'm using my Real Techniques blush brush for this today. So once I have blush on, then I'm going to go ahead and highlight. And one of my favorite new finds of cheaper highlighters, because I'm somebody who I prefer high-end eyeshadows and I prefer high-end highlighters, because a lot of them tend to be like chalky or glittery from the drugstore, but this is a newer find. This is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in the shade Be My Highlight, and this is a beautiful, more natural type of highlight. I really like this. Kathleen Lights actually recommended this, and I went out and bought it the first time I saw it after her recommendation. So I'm just going to use my Morphe 501 brush, and I am going to dust this on the tops of my cheekbones. Okay, so once I have my highlighter on, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the eyes. Okay, so to finish up the eyes, I'm going to be taking a pencil brush by Morphe. This is the M431, and I am going to wet it. Let me find my, here it is. And I'm going to dip into the darkest shade in this e.l.f. Lavender. Yep, Lavender Love Baked Trio. And I am going to drag this right on my lower lash line. And then I'm going to dip into the more purpley shade, and I'm going to do the same thing. So once I have that all on my lower lash line, I'm going to take my L'Oreal Infallible Carbon Black Never Fail eyeliner, and I'm going to line my waterline and my tight line. Okay, after I have that done, I'm going to take my little smudger brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to take that Wet n Wild, the New Romantics trio, and I'm going to dip into the eyelid shade again. And I'm going to highlight my inner corner. Okay, now I'm going to curl my eyelashes and then apply some mascara. For mascara, I'm using my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. This is my favorite drugstore mascara of all time. Okay guys, so to finish up the look, I'm going to go in with some lips, and I'm going to be using the ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Westy. This is a matte baby doll pink, and I'm just going to apply that to my lips first. And then over top of that, I'm going to be applying my Flower Lip Lacquer. This is in the shade Pink About Me. I got this at Walmart. Okay guys, so once I have my lip products on, then that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this under $10 makeup tutorial. Everything in this video was under $10. So if you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. It really helps me out and I appreciate it so much. So I hope to see you guys in my next video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.